Hello students, today we are going to start our next chapter, current electricity. What is current electricity? Actually, when we are studying about a moving charge, that study is known as current electricity. So first we will go through the terms related to the current electricity. First term is current itself. What is current? So from the lower classes, you got the definition, you're knowing about it, that rate of flow of charge is known as current. What it means? It means if there is a conductor and charge is flowing through it, then in unit time, how much charge is flowing through it, that is current. Q is representing charge here and T is time. Wherever we are using word rate, it means something divided by time. Means it is rate means 1 upon T. So current is defined as rate of flow of charge. Okay. Now we are clear about definition. Next thing we have to do is unit of current. What is the unit of current? As we did earlier also, first we will put the values of units of charge and time in given formula. By putting those values, we will get unit of current. Unit of charge is coulomb and unit of time is second. So coulomb upon second. What it means? It means, can we say that current, unit of current is coulomb per second? Yes, of course. Other name of the unit is ampere. So how we are writing? First I had written formula for finding SI unit. I is equal to Q upon T. Then here it is written 1 ampere. 1 ampere is equal to 1 coulomb upon 1 second. So we got definition and we know SI unit also. Our next step is to define 1 ampere. As we defined unit of work, same way, 1 ampere is the amount of current flowing through a conductor when 1 coulomb of charge flow through it in 1 second. Is it clear? Here once again we will read 1 ampere is defined as the current which flows when 1 coulomb of charge passes in through it in 1 second. 1 second. So it is easy, I think. Okay. Then as we know, here we said Q upon T. Q is charge. What is charge? Here it is number of electron. So means if there is a conductor, in conductor there will be flow of number of electron which is responsible for the flow of current. So instead of writing Q, we can write NE. N is number of, how much number of electrons are flowing into electron. So in this way, we can calculate charge flowing in the conductor. So when we are putting this value in upper one formula, we are getting here I is equal to NE upon T. So about current, we did definition, then first definition, then formula, then definition of its unit, SI unit, then we defined it, and then in other way how we can write. Now what is the direction of flow of current? So here we are talking about conventionally, means how we are taking it conventionally. What is the meaning of conventional? Conventionally means traditionally how we are following. What are the rules we are following? Traditionally. Okay. So direction of flow of current is taken opposite to the direction of motion of electron. Like if in this conductor electrons are moving from this side to this, I'm writing the name from A to B, direction of flow of current is opposite to this. Got it? Electrons are flowing in forward direction toward B, but current is flowing in backward direction toward A. So this is the conventional direction. Why we are taking it in this way? Sometimes students are asking me why it is in opposite direction to the flow of electron. Actually, we are taking it according to the initial studies where they dealt with the flow of current with respect to flow of positive ion. But as we know, positive ion are unable to move. Okay. So this direction was prescribed according to the direction of motion of positive ion. But actually flow of electron is responsible for flow of current. I think now this point is clear to you. Then next is potential. What is potential? Next term. Now we summed up here about current. Now next topic is potential. What is the use of potential? See here I was saying that electron are flowing from A to B. But which thing was there which decided the direction of flow of electron? It was potential. So what is potential? It is state of a conductor which determines the direction of flow of charge when two conductors are in contact. Positive charge moves from high to low potential. See, as we know, water flows from high level to low level. Okay, and temperature also flow from high to low. So positive charge also moves from high to low potential. Okay, where is high potential? From there it will go toward low, but current is in opposite direction to this. Okay, we said that positive charge moves from high to low potential. What is the meaning of this? Simple thing, if there is a conductor or a battery, if conductor is connected to a battery or there is a battery, where will be high potential or low potential? We should be clear about that. Meaning of low potential means excess of electron. The terminal which is having excess of electron is at low potential. And the terminal where is deficiency of electron, that is at high potential. If at high potential there is deficiency of electron, simple meaning that there is excess of positive ions, and where it is excess of electron there is deficiency of positive. So that is why positive charge will move from high to low potential. Got it? Okay. Here with the help of diagram I tried to explain it. Here are two bodies. One is having positive charge, another is having negative charge. So here it is excess of electron, here it is deficiency. So electron will move from this side toward that. As we know, positive ions are not able to move. So which thing will move here? Are electrons only. Electrons will move from this side to that side. As we already said, direction, conventional direction of flow of current is opposite to the flow of electron. So current is moving from positive side to, means where is deficiency of electron, toward the excess of electron. Then what they're saying that they said that to keep the convention of flow from higher level to lower level. As I described earlier also, that water flows from high level to low level. Temperature flows from high to low. Similarly, if we have to follow that convention, we are dealing with flow of current. It flows from high potential to low potential. We are not talking about flow of electron in this case. Then till now we were discussing about potential. But what is potential? Okay. So for that we have to define it. Simple thing. Till now we were saying electrons can move, but positive ions cannot. If you want to move a positive ion from one point to other point, you have to apply some force. See here, if a positive body is here and here it is positive test charge. What is a test charge? Test charge is very small charge. When we are moving it do not influence the surrounding area. Okay. So when we have to move a positive charge from one point, from infinity to a particular point. Here it is infinite point at infinity, and here it is point P. From here to here you have to go. You have to apply some force at this point. On applying force, if the positive test charge is moving toward P, we can say we did the work. So potential at a point is defined as the amount of work done in bringing unit positive charge from infinity to that point. How much work you did from here to point P, okay, in bringing a unit positive test charge is said to be potential difference. Potential. As we defined electrostatic potential, it is amount of work done in bringing a test positive charge from infinity to a particular point. So when we are putting these values in SI system, for electrostatic potential unit is volt, for work joule, for charge it is coulomb. Now you can define 1 volt. 1 volt is said to be the potential when 1 joule work is done in bringing a 1 coulomb charge from infinity to that point. I'm going to repeat. When we moved 1 coulomb charge from infinity to certain point and when we did 1 joule work, then potential is 1 volt. Clear? Now we are moving toward next term, that is potential difference. Here I had shown one side infinity, other side a fixed point. But if both points are given, means when you have to move a positive test charge from one point to other point, that time also you have to apply some force to move the charge. So that time also we are going to do work. Hence, here in the same way as we defined earlier, potential difference is equal to work done in bringing test positive charge from one point to other. There we mentioned word from infinity to a particular point. Here we are saying from one point to other point. Then same way you can write the definition, you can define it. Next thing is concept of resistance. What is the cause of resistance? Most commonly they are asking question, that is due to presence of positive ion. Let us study it in detail. See, cause of flow of current we are knowing that when electrons move from one terminal to other terminal, they cause flow of current in a conductor. And electrons, here are free electrons only. How many free electrons are there in a conductor? That much positive ions are also available. So, when these electrons are moving from one side to other, they are going to collide with these positive ions at certain point. When they are going to collide with a positive ion, after striking it, they can turn backward also. They can drift also, or this positive charge will slow down their speed. Means they are going to take more time in reaching to the other side. Means they started from A to B. Now due to this positive ion here, they are going to take more time. More time means if time taken is more, means speed will decrease of their flow. If speed is decreasing, this time increase, current will decrease. They are inversely proportional to each other. Hence, presence of positive ion causes resistance. Okay. Now, what are the factors affecting resistance of a conductor? Factors affecting. First of all, nature. As we said, for flow of current, free electrons are responsible. There are some materials like silver, copper, which are having high concentration of free electron. If they have high concentration of free electron, means resistance is less. And there are other kind which are having less concentration of free electron. If less concentration means high resistance. Okay. So that's why we are saying some are good conductor, some are bad. Then next is length of conductor. Resistance is directly proportional to length. More the length, more the resistance. Why it is so? See, if length is more, number of collision with the positive ions will also be more. More the collisions, less the resistance. I think you got the point. Next factor that affect resistance is thickness of conductor. Thickness, basically we are dealing with area of cross section here. Thickness, let me show you the diagram. Here are two wires. I made two wires. Okay, this cross sectional area, we are talking about it. Okay, resistance is inversely proportional to area of cross section. More the area of cross section, less is the resistance. So why it is so? See, here they are having less area to move. Electrons are having less area to move. But here they can move more rapidly. More area is there, they can move more rapidly within a second. So that is why if they are moving fastly, means here in this way resistance is less. More the area of cross section, less the resistance. And last one is about temperature. With increase in temperature, electrons will move randomly. Increase in temperature cause increase in random motion. If increase in random motion means more collisions will be there. More collisions will lead to increase in resistance. Resistance increases with increase in temperature. Thank you.